afternoon, and good evening. And I guess for our West Coast fans, uh, good God, what the heck am I doing up this early watching Wrexham games? Um, I am Brendan Farrell, representing the Red Horde today. Shaun Driver is most likely deep in sleep while his alarm is going off. So we planned on me running the stream, and maybe Shaun will jump in later on. But hopefully he gets some rest. He's in the middle of a big move. We got Mansfield today. Really excited to get back to it. It's been 2 weeks since our last league game. Why don't I bring up the table and transition over to this, and then I'll bring up the table here. We're looking at Wycombe, Birmingham, and now Wrexham's down third place, tied. Well, not tied because we got goal difference over Barnsley. Then Mansfield, a point behind, followed by Lincoln, Bolton, Wanderers, and Huddersfield. So a lot of big games coming up for us. We have, hey, Merlin, how you doing? Oh, I guess I should say hi to everyone. G-Zone Des was in early, Goof Splat. W&G, of course, going to be helping us out with the scores throughout. David, I'm sure, is going to be bringing all the great lines. There's Woody just jumping in. Nash, hello. Ellis. Great to see everyone here. Hopefully I can hold it down and do a respectable job without Shaun here. So the way I look at it, we have 10 games to go till the midpoint of the season. And we're in good standing, right? We're on track for the points that we want to get if we're trying to at least make playoffs. And when I look at the schedule, we've got out of those 10 games, I'm not going to say we've got 5 tough games and 5 easy games, but our next 5 are Mansfield, Stockport, Exeter, Lincoln, and Barnsley. And if you look, that's 4th through 11th are where those 5 teams sit. So you'd expect all those games to be challenging, right? And then through the rest of December to the end of the year, you have 5 games that the best ranked team at the moment is 16th. So you got 16th, 17th, 19th, 22nd, and 24th. So it sets us up to finish strong. And if we can somehow get back on form here and play well in these first 5 tougher games, you'd expect we'd most likely do better anyway in the last 5, finish strong, get some good points up on the board before the January transfer window. You see, just seeing what everyone's saying. How close are we to game time here? Field's looking good today. Looks like it's a little overcast. Doesn't look that cold though. Don't know who here is in Wrexham today or from Wrexham. We know we have a lot of Red Horde fans from in and around Wrexham. It's always hard to tell because you get a large number of people in heavy winter jackets and in hats and the works, and then you get, people in maybe a sweatshirt. So it's hard to tell. I'm going to get my stream up here. Change that over while I look at something. I'm listening to the stream in the background. Let me see here. I just want to make sure we're good. Just checking in. Yeah, we're good here. Nobody coming out yet. Why not go to the lineup? I don't know what you guys thought, what you were expecting for the lineup. Conquo, obviously, Max in, Scar, and O'Connor. So O'Connell's on the bench. We're looking at Ryan Barnett and James McLean on the wings. And then the center, of course, looking at Dobson, Cannon, Lee, along with Mullen and Palmer up front. Burton, obviously, goalie backup. And then you got Mendy and Bolton as your backups for the wing. Just Rathbone in midfield, and you got Fall and Bodvarsson for up front. So I don't know how you guys feel. I'm okay with that. I think at least right now that's our best starting 11. I guess I was maybe expecting the bench to look a little bit different. But other than that, I think we're looking pretty good. I don't know. I'd like to see Fall and Bodvarsson get in there, early enough. But if Mullen gets it going, definitely we definitely need that. I mean, he still seems out of sort to me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my my Paramount Plus feed going as well so that I can have the game on the other screen here. And of course, every time I go to do something like that, things don't work. Check back in. Getting ready to start in a moment. Hi, Kyle. How you doing? Want to see a lineup of Mullen? Yeah, you just want to see Mullen in the starting lineup. Yeah, I WG pointing out Birmingham no longer on top. That's pretty surprising. I think most of us figured that they were going to run the table, right? Once they got to the top, they're going to stay there. So Wickham's a little surprising. I thought, they were good at the beginning of the year when we played them. I just wasn't expecting them to go on the tear they're on, right? Showing the Mansfield lineup right now. We've cleared the field, getting all lined up, shaking hands. Oh, Flint's back in. I didn't notice that. We're talking to McLean and Flint right now. Hey there, Jason. How you doing? Yeah. Jason's going to be sleepwalking through this game with us. They're bringing out some wreaths at the moment. Maybe I'll switch back to that. I don't know what the ceremony's for. I didn't check it out ahead of time. How you doing, Deandra? Yeah, Shaun is pretty busy with the move. Also, it's 4:30 in the morning out there at the moment. So I think he was moving. I think he might have a deadline to get everything. Oh, sorry, it's a moment of silence here. Yeah, this is the equivalent, the Veterans Day for England, and Here we go. Mullen looks ready to go. What do you guys think? I think today's his day. I think he gets going today. Stops missing the sitters, and maybe if you can ease off on the flopping today and be productive. And we're off. Can't be doing the game here. So Wrexham with the throw in pretty early on. Max tossing it in as we speak. Ball's being knocked around. Mansfield kicks it ahead all the way down to Okonkwo. Taking his time. Kick out to midfield. Palmer running around. Usually don't see that much energy from him, at least not consistent throughout the game. Silence. Is that? Oh, yeah, moment of silence, yes. I thought you were saying I was silent. So I'm pretty sure my audio is working. Hello there, D. Foster. Yeah, 4:30 in the morning. Good gosh. A little bit of a long ball ahead on the left side. Penalty. Yeah. Free kick. Ball played in. Being knocked around the back. Over to Max. Bringing it forward. Slices across the middle. Ooh, tried to get it out to the wing. Looked like a handball they didn't call, maybe. Like let go. Good day. How you doing? Giveaway. Blast at Okonkwo. He saves it nicely. Bad pass by Dobson. Just a horrendous giveaway there. Throw in by Barnett. Chip ahead. Miscommunication there. All the way back around. Mansfield on a little bit of a rush here. Dobson cleans the guy out. We didn't talk. Here comes Cannon in the midfield. He's going to slice it way out wide. Bad pass, trying to put it ahead to Palmer. Good thought, bad execution. So we do have 3 players at their max for acceptable yellows. Next yellow card, they are suspended. Mansfield defense not paying attention there. Ball goes right through his feet and out of bounds. So Cannon, Dobson, and McLean, any one of the 3 gets a yellow card, they're getting a suspension. It's an accumulation. I think it's 6 is the total that they can't get to. And they're all 3 of them are at 5, I believe. So correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Here comes Cleveland pushing ahead over in the middle of the Cannon. Does classic Cannon blast from midfield. Oh, breakaway here by Mansfield. Wide open. He flops. He dives. tried to blame it on getting his feet taken out, but obviously that was not the case. That's, Wrexham never fouls anybody, right? A couple mistakes here. I don't like that. You know, you're twice very lucky to get away scot-free there. Yeah, it didn't look like contact, but you know, when the refs trailing the play like that, sometimes they're going to just presume, you know, that the guy was tripped. Although when it can result in a goal, you'd like to think that they would then, you know, look to the linesman to see if the linesman saw something, because the linesman probably had a better view than the. Oh yeah, no, absolute dive. I mean, Scar. I think that's what it was. His feet weren't close to him, and he dived almost as if he was tripped up. And Scar barely touched him in the back shoulder, right? So. Here's the ball in. Barnett. Yoo-hoo! Man, oh man, nice start early. Getting shots of the Kai Rask going bananas now. 1-0 Wrexham. Barnett taking it inside. Little fanciness there. Cuts it back again out to his strong foot. Blasts it to the left, to the right, to the keeper's right, but to the left side of the goal. Buries it in the back. He had two defenders that he had to shoot right through. And, of course, Flint's blaming everybody else but himself on that. Mullen was there. That held Flint off to the side, so leaving Barnett to deal with only two. And he took care of business. We got to get worried that people are going to be coming hard for Barnett in the January window. He's just looked incredible. Here we go, Mullen. Oh, tries to knock it ahead to Palmer. Wrexham was looking for a quick transition. It was really good. They passed it up through the middle, which they don't always do, and they had a chance to run with it, and the pass between Mullen and Palmer was just off. Wrexham kicking around, balls out to Superman there. Barnett on the right wing, passes to Cannon. They kind of have switched positions here. Barnett's playing around with it, kicks it over to Dobson. Barnett's now in the midfield. He's trying to get back to his natural position. Kleewitt's way up, shoots it ahead to Cannon, who takes a flop trying to draw something. I don't know. I think he could have just played that. I don't know why he was trying to draw that. It just is not going to be all that productive. I guess wouldn't be a bad spot to get a free kick from, but just go for it. Wrexham still has possession. Ball's being swung back around. Scar with it. Plays long ball. Tries to find Palmer. Goes out of bounds over by the Wrexham Lager stand. Mansfield with the throw-in. Hello, Joke Sparrow. Haven't seen you before. Welcome. Mansfield crying instead of playing. Don't know what that was about. Cannon does the oddest bump, wants to make sure he doesn't get a handball, so he does some sort of spinning porpoise out of water thing to knock the ball down. I don't even know what that was. Scar with the ball, bringing it up. This is strange, Wrexham holding this much possession. Max with the ball, plays it into the middle. Palmer came back for it, strangely, way back. moves back up to his natural position. Dobson with the ball. Max, we've got everyone over midfield now, pushing forward, taking our time. Dobson to Barney, Barney to Cannon, back to Max. Max should chip it towards to Mullen, but he doesn't. Mullen was essentially one-on-one there. If you could have got him a good, quick, hard pass, he would have had one defender to beat. Palmer with the ball goes down way too easy. I mean, it was Flint pushing on him, but still. Ball's in the middle. Mansfield's making a move. They got plenty of guys going forward. We're back pretty good. Good form out to the far right. McLean's got it covered. Well, we're really backed up. We got to extend out a little bit. You can't let them have that much freedom, guys. Come on. Push out on that. Mansfield bringing it over the midfield, middle of the field, swinging it out wide to the right. They're inside the box now. Pretty congested. They kick it back out. They're swinging it around on the right side. Here's a cross in. Nice header by Max to clear it out, but not far enough. Mansfield slips. Barney with the ball, boots it way ahead. Don't know what it looks like he's trying to hit now, way too far. It looked like it from the start. No way Mullen was going to get there. Not right down the middle at the keeper. But Mullen on Flint, I'm all about that. Let him try to go one-on-one with him. Ball's being knocked around. McLean's able to get it free over to Dobson. They're swinging around. Max Clearwood's going to carry it up to midfield. Oh, he chips it ahead quickly. Sees Mullen out on the left wing there. But instead he hits Palmer, who's not able to control it. Too many guys on him. Mansfield gets it back. They're swinging it around. I'm going to go look at the FOT mob stats here. So Wrexham's got 63% possession, 2 total shots. Mansfield has 1. Both expected goals are extremely low. 0.06 for Wrexham and 0.04 for Mansfield. Almost got a breakaway there with Mullen. Nice. Wrexham keeping the pressure going. Throwing on the right side. Quickly, Barney into Cannon. Barney with the ball, nutmegs him, making a move inside. Over to Mullen. Mullen to Palmer. What? Offsides? Mullen. Jeez. Come on. Everyone's working their ass off and you're lounging around back there. Get on side. Is there an iFollow issue? Let me see. No, iFollow is up and fine, Michael. It is you. Again, try to log out. Go to the when you log into the site. Go to your subscriptions first, and then go back, and it should say watch instead of buy, and you should be able to watch the iFollow feed. Mansfield with the ball, getting knocked around at midfield. They're trying to advance, but looks like we pushed the pressure button and we're challenging around midfield, causing Mansfield to make mistakes moving forward. Gregory ends up making a bad pass. Wrexham has the ball in front of the Mansfield section of the stands there in the Wrexham Lager stand. Yeah, D. Foster's right that typically it'll show that you're logged in when you go to it remembers that you're logged in on the Wrexham site, but it conveniently forgets that you've already paid for a season pass. So it keeps trying to tell you to buy, but what you have to do is re-log in, go to the subscription page. I go to the subscription page. It's probably not necessary, but I do that as to almost like make sure that my account shows that I have paid for the season pass. Then by the time I go back, oh no, scramble in front. You're not calling that. You're not calling that. Don't do it. Is he calling a penalty here? No way. We hit that out. That was kicked out by Max. You're not calling anything. You didn't even touch. Mansfield didn't even touch the ball. Evans, get out of here. Absolutely misses the ball. Dives and he wants it. It's atrocious. Good defense by Max. Oh, wow, there's a handball there. No call. That's just because he was bitching. They let him keep the ball. All right. Glad you're back and working there, Michael. Mansfield with the ball out on the far right. A little bit of a cross in. Crybaby for Mansfield is unable to get the ball. We knock it away by Scar. Mansfield maintains. Still playing around on the far right side. Mansfield is looking for an opportunity to cross. Except they don't have Ryan Barnett, so can't possibly be that good of a cross. Mansfield swings it all the way around to the far left side. Barnett's on his man. Chip in. Easy. Awful play. Kicked it right to Okonkwo, who for whatever reason is shaking his hand. He must have heard it, I'm guessing, in the collision a few minutes ago. I don't know. Maybe it's just been a while. I haven't seen them zoomed in on Okonkwo. That whole keeper kit looks a little new to me. Looks nice. Not exactly my color or anything. Ball's played back to Flint to swing it back around on the right side. Now all the way back around to the left. Sorry, I got to give a little bit more of a play-by-play. I'm used to doing a lot of stuff in the background and prepping stuff for Shaun, so I'm not used to the non-stop talking and play-by-play that is the game. All the way, ball's back to Flint, swings it around again to the left side. Looks like they're just trying to get their possession minutes up. They're not making any real attempt to get over midfield. Now they do, and it all gets knocked off of Wrexham defender and out of play. Throwing now for Mansfield. It's going all the way back to Flint. Swinging it all the way back around to the right side. They're actually going to knock it ahead. And O'Connor plays smash bros and knocks Mansfield player out of bounds, giving us a goal kick. 1-0, 18 minutes in, 19 minutes in, really. That feels like that goal was a long time ago. It was, what, about the 5:30 mark, somewhere in there? And the game's kind of it's been a little chaotic. Too many mistakes so far by Wrexham, giving some way too nice chances, which is kind of surprising because I thought like this is the defense. Like even if O'Connell is in there, I think I haven't seen this many breakdowns in one of Wrexham's games in a while. Not a league game anyway. Um, and it's, we've got the core of it back there, Dobson and Scar O'Connor, sorry, and Max. You'd figure we'd be set, but I don't know what it is today. We got to clean that up. Another almost breakaway there. Bad defense. 2 were on the ball. He tries to blast it. 19 for Mansfield. Yeah, Lee Gregory knocks it over. And really, from that distance, I think Okonkwo would have had it unless it was just pinpoint in the upper right or left corner. Corner now, because it went off of Scar's foot, I believe, when it was deflected out. Here comes the corner kick. Low, short kick. Wrexham all over it. Palmer has it, trying to drag it out. Chips it ahead for Mullen on the right side. Settles it down. He's all by himself. Barney comes flying up. Barney's going to swing it over to Cannon. Cannon laying the ball, needs to put it back. Yeah, he's going all the way back around. Could have probably gone to Dobson and then tried to quickly get it back to Mullen. Way too relaxed there, Scar. Come on. Mansfield applying the pressure. Awful chip ahead by Scar on his off foot. They're going to call a penalty. Nice little flop by Mansfield. They don't realize this is a man's game and there's an occasional contact. Looks like he was shot by a sniper. It's the same crybaby that tried to get the penalty in the box when he didn't even touch the ball. We have a Mansfield player with a really bad mustache, 1970s porno mustache there. Going to be slicing it in. Out in front of Okonkwo. Ball's getting knocked around. Lee heads it out. Barnett then heads it. McLean's all over it. Mansfield still has it. Flint tries to control it. Ball gets knocked ahead. Mullen with it. He has McLean running on the right side. Over in the middle to Lee. Lee out to McLean. There's only Palmer. Not the best time to try to slice it in. He does anyway. He doesn't have too many options. Cannon with the ball now. Wrexham settling it down. Dobson with it. Max is way up on the right side. No. You're not getting the friendly Canadian today. Barnett doing his thing. Defender looks a little worried about getting embarrassed by him. Mullen just plays super soft on the ball, gives it up. He comes back, he chips the ball away, and then we get another flop, which besides blowing awesome giveaways by us and not scoring, the best thing that Mansfield is doing today is flopping. So they get that and blowing easy opportunities thanks to some significant mistakes in the back line today. Flint chips it ahead, far left side. Barney's on his man. Cannon's got it. Ball's getting knocked around. Mansfield knocks it out. Gregory knocks it out at midfield. Wrexham for a throw-in, I believe. Yeah, Barney with the ball. Yeah, they're doing more hoof ball than we are. Max with the ball. Dobson back to Max. Max not being pressured, handles it easily, brings it forward. No one's on him, brings it deep. Now to Dobson in the middle. Dobson's thinking about swinging around back to Max. Come on, Max. Ahead to Palmer. Palmer to Cannon. Come on, Cannon. You just need to one touch that. Over to McLean. Mullen looking for something. Stop it, Mullen. Just play. Sliding tackle on Cannon. It's out of bounds. Max trying to get it in quick to keep the pressure on. God damn it. I don't know what that was, Cannon. Like, you could have easily one-timed that thing. You were prime position. McLean did well to get back and try to get his foot on. I think he hit Mullen or Mullen's defender there. Point-blank range. Still not the easiest. The ball was high. But overall, a good opportunity there. Ball's all the way back to Okonkwo. Drills it long down the middle. Usually doesn't do that. He's almost consistently out to the far left, out of bounds. Giveaway again with Dobson involved. Oh, no, sorry, that was Lee. Didn't mean to blame Dobson unnecessarily, although he's been blowing a bunch of them. Palmer comes back. They knock it out. Corner kick to Mansfield. Looks like they're going to try to put it in quickly. No, now they slow it down. Chips in, a pretty good setup. Great defense. Scar boxing out Flint. It's not an easy task, allowing Okonkwo to easily gather the ball. Barney chips it ahead. Mullen has to be 8 miles offsides. I mean, I couldn't see it from there, but there was like, what, 12, 13 yards difference between him and the next guy the second he came on the screen. So I'm guessing he was probably offsides. Today he seems like he doesn't care that those are the rules of football. Yeah, D. Foster. I don't know enough about the sports psychology of football to know how to wake your 100-goal scoring forward. Oh, look at that! Nice flop by Mansfield, letting you know that they're still. They're still capable of getting free kicks out of nothing. It's going to be from the far right side. Yeah, I don't know how you wake Mullen up and get him playing better. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting frustrated. I'm thinking, it's tough love. Someone's got to walk up, shake him, tell him to cut it with the shitty, pouty attitude. Slice comes in, it's diving header, knocked wide, and Okonkwo lets it go. It's going to be a goal kick. Not exactly good service there, I don't think. Way too low. Yeah, someone's just got to tell him, cut the crap, just get to playing. We know you're upset. Stop trying to make sure everyone knows you're upset, and hustle your ass off. Stay on your feet. Things will eventually break your way if you're just pushing hard. I mean, that's what I'd be saying to him. And yeah, if he didn't cut it with the poutiness, I'd be willing to try other people. I just don't know enough about, and I haven't seen with Varson enough to know if we can just go with him or fall up front. But if he really doesn't do anything productive today, I would imagine, for the Port Vale game, I don't know, maybe they start someone else. I mean, he's certainly not exhausted. He's had plenty of time off. So This is strange. When was there a collision with the keeper? Are they going to bring their keeper off here? What am I missing? Or is he looks like he's holding his side, or is he just coming over to get water or something? What's going on? No, they're switching keepers. Someone put it in the chat. Tell me what's going on. I didn't have Mark up on the speaker here. He's complaining about a left rib injury. I didn't see anyone clatter into him. I mean, I'm not hearing anything. I just turned Mark on. That's not the most classic place that a keeper would pull a muscle. Mid rib cage on his left side. That would be a vulnerable position if someone's sliding in and they banged into him, even an elbow, but I didn't see anything. Usually keepers make a big deal out of it if someone runs into them because they'll call something, but maybe he's the only Mansfield player that doesn't over exaggerate everything and try to draw stuff. Maybe he did get hit. Wow, he doesn't even get a warm up. I thought we were going to get someone kicking the ball at him. Looks like Okonkwo wants to bring it in, start with the ball. We're back in play. Wow, for losing your keeper and switching him out, you'd think that was going to waste a ton of time. Mansfield doesn't seem to be about that today, though. That's good. It's always annoying. Palmer with the ball, kicks it out. Clearwood settles it down, knocks it ahead to Mullen. Flint knocks it out. Ball's back to Scar to Dobson. A lot of pressure by Mansfield. Ball's back to Okonkwo. He's going to blast it long. Not a great kick. He's got to get better at that. Ball gets headed way up front. Another breakaway chance. Good defense. Almost a handball there by O'Connor. He was trucked over by the crybaby. Who is that? Oh no, he was. His shirt was actually pulled, but it was so sneakily done by O'Connor that the linesman on that side was shielded from seeing it, and so was the referee. So he got away with being able to control the Mansfield player there. Well done. Mustache passes it around. Swings it over. Far right side. DeAndre, you're way ahead of me. I was thinking I need several sobbing baby gifts for next week. Great minds think alike. I'm so upset that I don't have them. I'm trying to figure out why didn't I think of that. I need the woman that's usually with the cats going, why? Ball's being knocked around, not really worth commentating. It's back, forth. Lee gets it on a breakout. Definitely professional foul, taking him down. And they're absolutely shocked that you can't kick a guy's legs out from behind, apparently. Apparently he thinks that's a fair thing to do. Free kick, not from a great spot. Looks like they got O'Connor lined up for it. Yeah, I think they're just going to play it short. No, he's not going to go all the way in, is he? It's a long way out. I didn't think so. He plays it short. Ball's brought around. Dobson then tries to chip it in. Again, too far and too soft for a guy to be able to make much of it. Ball fades far right and out of bounds. Throw in here. Mullen chips it ahead to Palmer. Cannon with the ball in the middle. Can he get it to us? No, he can't. Defender comes all the way back. Oh, ricocheted off. Tried to clear it out. Cannon threw his body in the way. Goes off Cannon and gave them another opportunity in the box there. Good effort. Looks like we've got some other Moustache fans there. I'm the only one that thinks that. Awful attempt at the porn mustache is looking pretty awful out there. Mansfield, nice little dive there. I don't have time for a GIF at the moment, but Mansfield still has the ball, knocking it around the right side. A steal by Lee. They bully him, take it back. Dobson with the ball now. Chips it ahead. Mullen was offside. He's back onside, thank goodness. It appears that Mullen feels far more comfortable just standing behind their defenders. I don't know why. But at least this time he came back onside before he got back in the play. Ball's being swung back around. Scar with it. Over to Max. Max knocks it ahead up the right side. I think they got to get it back into Barney's hands. He's the only one who's been. Cannon's been not bad, but that Cannon Barney combination really works. Barney's had the most success today, unsurprisingly. Not just the goal, but he's really able to get around his guys. He's been moving inside instead of staying far to the outside and doing this typical cross, which I would imagine he's setting the guys up. The defenders on that side were playing way off him, worried about him cutting back inside. So I think that's going to open up some great opportunities for crosses. I think they got to get the ball out to him and let him work his magic. Swoosh Kid. Yes, I'm right next to Quincy. This is I'm in Braintree. So yes, south of Boston accent. Park in the car in Harvard Yard. I do not do the Kennedy accent. A more classic Southie accent. Speaking of Boston, I have not seen John today. Wonder where he's at. Okonkwo with the goal kick, knocking it out. Down the middle, just good attempt by Palmer there to head it over to Mullen. Just missed on the connection. That would have been nice if they're able to nail that. Mullen giving a little pressure. I wish he was working a little harder up there. Here comes Dobson showing him how it's done. Putting pressure on, waking Mullen up. Palmer over there. Back to Max, who heads it nicely. Dobson wanted a handball that wasn't called. Max with the ball over to Okonkwo. And he promptly knocks. Oh, thought it was going to go out of bounds. Kind of a soft kick. Really, really got to work on that, dude. Aaron, Patrick, nice to see you. Braintree kid. Yeah. Wicked. Aaron, we may ask you to go out and come back in again for another goal. Lake Lecco. I there's a Belmont very close on the north shore of Massachusetts, north of Boston. So I thought you were talking about that Belmont, not in Australia. My bad. Stash with the ball. Mansfield not being very productive at the moment, knocking it around. We're parking the bus. Here's a cross in. McLean, very good on defense. He sees the runner coming from this far side. Good communication with O'Connor, and easily heads it away. Okonkwo came flying out and like a double flying punch, which thank God misses McLean because you never know with McLean's temperament. He might want to fight Okonkwo there. Just kidding. I'm sure he would not. But some bad defense and an awful takedown. You're going to give him a card? Yeah, that was pretty rough takedown of Mullen from behind, only into the feet. I don't think he was ever a chance at the ball. Mullen is selling every bit of that at the moment. I don't think he was really hurt that bad, but he's trying to draw that yellow. Yeah, it was like a scissor kick takedown. The ball was away by the time he took him out. Mullen limping away, asking for a peg leg. Conkle with the kick. Yeah, Mullen's absolutely fine. But it was a late takedown. Could have easily been worthy of a yellow. But if he's not giving out yellows today, which is probably a really good sign, because if he doesn't give a yellow for that, that means that Dobson, McLean, and Cannon, unless they go, super hard into someone, are probably going to, the ref's probably going to look the other way. And we could stand to use that. We definitely don't want to roll into Stockport and get curb stomped 5-0 because several of our better players are on the suspension list. Thrown by Max. Ball's getting knocked around. Mansfield playing hoofball, just knock it all the way back to the keeper. I'm sure no one will be criticizing Mansfield for their ugly, archaic football style. That's only something you criticize Wrexham for when they kick the ball ahead 2 or 3 times in a game. Mansfield making a nice push, goes out wide. O'Connor's on it. We try to bring it inside. Ball's in the box for a moment. And a nice dive by the Mansfield player. Thing is that there wasn't anyone within a few feet of him, so that didn't work. Mullen with his off foot. Sorry for that. I was trying to run the gifts, and I did not call that one out. Ball got passed ahead. Mullen brought it back inside off onto his weak foot. Actually put nice action on it. Was just wide. I'm okay with that one. Missing that ball. It was quite tricky to put that in off foot with a sliding defender in front of him. Not a lot of room. And he almost bent it in. It's very good. Mansfield with the ball. Elliot Lee. Yeah, I know. So, DeAndre, you're pointing out something that I've been saying for a while, which is, is Elliot Lee playing? Yeah, he is. But when he gets the ball, he doesn't do much with it. He gets dispossessed often. Lee just pushed someone. That's great. Oh, there we go. We get Mullen drawing a foul with some flopping action to Backus, who could have easily got a soft yellow when he cleaned out Lee earlier and then complained for 5 minutes. So this is almost payback, I think, for that. He hit Mullen and Mullen just dropped. He's got Tom O'Connor back there by near midfield, blasting it deep, right at the keeper, though. Not exactly sure what you're thinking is going to happen there. What are they saying we got for minutes? How many minutes? Long hoofball ahead. Scar's got it. 4 minutes of time here. Lee gets it, pokes it wide. Barney chips it up, tries to set it up for Mullen, give Mullen time to get over there. It's all Mansfield players there. Mullen applying a little pressure. Sci-Fi J, welcome. Oh, hey, Giselle, I didn't see you come in there. Oh, defender slips and falls. Is that Scar? Yeah, Scar falls down. Ball's on the far left side. O'Connor came all the way across. He's on the opposite side now. We have no defense over there. Max is in the middle. Scar's supposed to be on the far left. Instead, he's playing middle. Palmer comes all the way back to help defense and does a great job. He's been very, very active today. He just clatters into a Mansfield player who now looking for a stretcher, I think. Oh yeah, it's Backus who got the yellow, so now he's gonna make a meal of it. And they give Palmer a yellow. Yeah. He banged into him, guys. I mean, really? Magnum PI with the kick here. Another low cross. Gets knocked out to Backus, who was just writhing in pain moments ago, and he just Billy Waters it into the tech end. Goal kick, we only got about 30 seconds. No, I guess not. Minute 30 left of extra time here. They zoom in where the tech end is greeting the Mansfield fans with hand gestures. Hello, Patrick. I agree with you, Mr. Murray. Mansfield on the move here. A lot of players forward. Big cross, it's low. O'Connor does a great job heading it away. Then Barney cleans it up. Mullen was being mugged. They let it go. Cannon tries to press. Mansfield's able to keep it. No, it's out of bounds. There we go. Good call, linesman. Could have got a delay of game. They boot it way down into the corner, killing a lot of time to retrieve that. Wrexham doesn't seem all that excited to get the ball in. They're going to be comfortable going to the half with a 1-goal lead here. Throw in up to midfield. Palmer's got people draped all over him, so does Mullen. Not sure whose ball it is. What are they calling? Flint throws it in. Mansfield's ball. Hey, Various. Yeah, it was an early start, 7:30 game East Coast time. 12:30 in Wrexham. They blow it dead. Magnum PI and the Crybaby are walking off together. Showing that on the screen right now. Thank you very much, D. Foster. Gonna stop that timer. Half time. Boop. And let's reset the clock now so that I don't mess it up later. Tug, hello. Yes, Wrexham, I guess looking good. Most of their defensive mistakes, really bad defensive mistakes, were in the first, say, 15 minutes or so. We got that score 5 minutes in. Barney just being awesome. Typically he's crossing, but this time, actually several times today, he's brought it over to his left foot, brought it inside, taken it into the middle, and made stuff happen. And he was able to use his get it back over to his right foot and score a nice goal. Yes, Shaun is probably still sleeping. What would it be? 5, not even 5:30 out there now, right? So I'm sure he's still sleeping. Things with Shaun is once he gets the kids to bed, he like runs around the house doing a bunch of stuff, ends up staying up to like 2:30 his time, and to try to get up at 4:30 or 4 was not going to happen. So let me see. I'm going to have to switch over to the big screen. Let me get the stats up. Where am I at? That's what they're bringing up at the moment. I'm going to go to FOTMob in just a second here. Seeing the stream stats from iFollow at the moment. Working Crown Colony, yeah. I know that area well. Just it's right on the Braintree line, Patrick. Okay, let me get into the FOTMob stats here. So we're looking at ball possession. It felt like we had the ball a lot. I mean, maybe it's because Mansfield was just so darn unproductive a lot of the time. To me, it seemed like they would waste 3 minutes passing it around the back, going back, forth, and then they'd hoof it down and lose it. And that's all they've been doing, it feels like. They haven't put really that many productive plays together. The set pieces is where they were, getting some chances, and then their pressure defensively caused Dobson in the back line to make some mistakes and give away some great chances. But I wouldn't say that they were the cause of any of their opportunities, other than the fact that they're pushing defensively. Like offensively, they didn't create anything, I don't think. So that being said, I mean, I think except for the blunders, defensively we're looking good. I'm a little worried several times when they did take their time to bring the ball up. We really parked the bus, dropped way too deep, put no pressure on them. But they didn't seem all that interested in trying to blast from deep or make anything happen. So maybe that's the best thing to do with them. Let me see, I'm reading what's in the chat here. They had the ball a lot, but a lot of back and forth. Yeah. So they said it said 56% possession for Mansfield. We had 0.23 expected goals. They had 0.42. Seems weird. We had 4 total shots. They had 7, and they had 2 big chances. It just almost seems like a different game. That's not what doesn't really match up with what I felt. Could I recap the goal, Sci-Fi J? Yes. So the ball got knocked down, and it was pretty much Mullen and Ryan Barnett. And they were the only 2 against 4 defenders. Barnett brought it inside on his left leg. He got fairly close to Mullen. Mullen kind of tried to give him some space, faded a little more towards the middle. Flint followed him, and Barnett had two guys on him. He brought it back to his right foot, where he was kind of in between both defenders. The defender on his right side, on his right foot, kind of slid to block Barnett from shooting. Barnett was able to just get it over his leg and come across the keeper and hit the far left side for Barnett, where he put the ball in. He got a good amount on it, and the move was fairly quick, where he brought it from his left back to his right. The keeper didn't have really any chance, and it was a good goal. There were a few other chances. Mullen had a chance where he made probably a more impressive move and a quick little right to left, and then hit it with his off foot, but spun it wide. Other than that, we got the ball in. Cannon had a really good opportunity, passed it up to try to, I don't know, almost walk it in and stuff it in the goal. Ball got knocked around, knocked over to McLean. McLean had a difficult shot where he had to lift his leg up, near his shoulder to try to direct it in. And he ends up hitting the ball, I think, off of Mullen and Mullen's defender, just in front of the goalie. So nothing happened on that one. So I think that recaps most of the opportunities, at least the good ones. We haven't had a lot of set plays or corners. Each side has a yellow. A lot of flopping and a lot of complaining by Mansfield. Fairly physical play. I could see them getting a lot of cards and whistles if it was a ref that, called the game really, really tight. But the way it's being called right now, there's a decent amount of physical play being allowed. And Mansfield's, I think they're going to have a hard time drawing too much, because the times that they're flopping, there's significant space between them and the defender when they're acting a fool. So the ref knows it's garbage. So it's not like they've done a job that's really made the referee have to make a tough call. Michael's saying that he thinks Ollie Palmer seems to be holding back. This, to me, seems like one of Palmer's better games for me, as far as he's consistently active. He's been doing a really decent job. They have one or two guys draped on him, and they're still getting the ball to Palmer, and he's able to knock it down. Just with the two players on him, he's not able to give perfect service, so that the ball's just off as it's trying to get to either Cannon or Mullen or whoever it may be, and they just have not been productive with it. So I don't know. I'm pretty. So they just replaying the on Paramount. They replayed the goal by Barnett, and the play started off by it being knocked down to Palmer, who had a nice ball to Barnett, and because that was so clean, that allowed Barnett to fake left inside, bring it back to the right foot, Mullen causing to draw one of the defenders away, allowing a really good shot by Barnett to go into the goal. You see, I'm going to scroll down here, look at some more of the statistics. They're giving Barnett a 7-7 and a Clearworth a 7-1 at the moment. You see, what are we looking at for the rest of the stats? It's almost all Mansfield. All the shots, all the expected goals, all the passes. We've got clearance, keeper saves, throws, and successful dribbles. They own in 2 block shots. Other than that, they own essentially every big stat. Let's go to the table. Wrexham's still in third at the moment. 1-0, Mansfield obviously down. Do I agree with D. Foster? Should have said consistently done that this year. You think Palmer's been consistently good this year? He's definitely been much better this year. And I would agree with you. Most games, he's shown a ton of effort, a ton of consistent effort. I think that's fair. There's been a couple of moments, but I mean, you can't expect someone to be top of their game every minute that they're on the pitch. So, yeah, you're probably right. I'm being a little harsh on Palmer. Still feel uneasy. The pitch looks a little torn up today. I saw some guys go down. I thought the pitch looked pretty good. I mean, I didn't pay a lot of attention to it. Didn't necessarily stand out to me as being ripped up. But like I said, I did see some players go down. So maybe you're right there, Woody. Aaron saying, I like Mullen, but he's really not performing. It's frustrating. Yeah, as soon as Marriott's back, it's a no-brainer to get him into the starting 11. Yeah, he just seems to be running around out there with a sulky puss on. He did, like I said, that play where he kicked it with his off foot and almost scored. Usually I'm upset because there's goals that he should make and then he just blows them lately. And that wasn't this. This was, he showed a lot of skill being able to get the ball off and get that good of a shot with his left foot from how close the defender was on him. So that was almost like a promising sign. He's had a couple of moments, but I mean, he's blown several plays because he was offsides at least 3 times. They blew it on him at least twice. And then several times they were trying to play it to him, and then he had to run back onside and not touch the ball, giving the ball to Mansfield because he didn't want to get another call offsides. So, yeah, I mean, that's just to me, I would guess that's a sign of a guy who's not locked in. You know, he's too busy watching, and then the defense is coordinated. They move the line forward, knock him off sides, and Wrexham players are assuming he's going to be on sides. They see him out of the corner of their eye. They try to play ahead to him, and nothing's happening. How about the 5 players he mentioned as playing above the league? Foster. %45 possession. Oh, I think only 5 Wrexham players have done that this year. Marriott out of 4 months. Barnett, Dobson, Okonkwo, and Cleworth. A few years of playing about 5 Wrexham players have done that this year. D. Foster bringing all the good stats and information. Thanks, Sci-Fi J, for re-pointing that out. Players looking to come back out onto the field. Shaun doesn't like me ever showing any of the streams, but I feel like I'm not showing the game, and I'm just bits here and there I can probably get away with. Here comes Flint and his crybaby. Where's Stash? Is he coming out? There's Barnett running out. Trying to get myself set here for the second half. Transition out of that so I can get my screens all set up. Looks like we're getting ready to start here. Well, coming out and then just getting right out on the pitch and getting ready to go. Most of the fans aren't back in their seats yet. Here we go. It looks like they're going to blow it in. And there we go. And I look the other way. It looks like Max takes a guy down. Not too much of an argument there. Kick coming in. Too far outside to be all that dangerous. Not a bad kick for Magnum PI there. He got decent service into the box and ball's headed away. Goal kick for Okonkwo. Mullen fights his way, plays tough for a change, gets the ball. Barney gets mugged on the right side. Apparently has a dancing partner in the Mansfield player. And oh, look at that. Mansfield player flops. So surprised there. Lee with the ball. Tries to do it himself, which is really nice. Too many times he hasn't looked to score. And he did on that one. He just didn't put great action on the ball. Didn't get a solid foot on it, which is really strange. He was on his strong side. A little give and go between Lee and Palmer. Again, doing a really good job holding up the defense. Really set Lee up there. Lee should have had a blast, and he didn't. Ends up knocking it wide. Didn't get a good solid foot on it. Ball's getting knocked around. Max tried to clear. He was not that fast. Mansfield player deflects it, steals it, then makes a shitty pass inside. We pick it off. Ball ends up getting back to Mansfield. We're pressuring the ball here. Mullen with it, out to Cannon. Cannon, oh, sorry, that's McLean. Palmer with it. Knocks it back around. Dobson, O'Connor. Chipped ahead. Trying to get it to Mullen. Mullen keeps getting paired up with Flint back there. They really got to not put it on Mullen, but let Mullen run into it, get away from Flint. He just keeps getting bodied. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't mind seeing some fall today. It's hard to pull Palmer out as effective as he is today. Is that Baca or whatever on the far right side? Lee handles him pretty well. Ball's going to be a throw-in. Yeah, Bacchus there for Wrexham. that macron stand certainly isn't as active as the tech end is. That's for sure. Like to see the crowd being a little more active. I can't tell if they're loud or not. I have to put the sound all the way down so you guys don't hear an echo and stuff. So I don't get the idea of how into it the fans are. If anyone else knows, balls being knocked around, balls just inside the box. I don't know what they're calling there. They called something on Mansfield. Yeah. Kick for Okonkwo. Chips it ahead down the left side. Palmer unable to handle it. He's upset at himself. Wasn't the easiest play either way. Arthur really needs to work on that, man. I wonder what the percentage is of his free kicks and can he get anything done with that. Mansfield player just took out a Wrexham player. That was a Magnum PI with a play. And I don't know how he got away with that right in front of the referee. Mansfield guy dribbles it out of play, and he wants to blame someone else. Who is it you're blaming? They passed you the ball, you had a heavy touch, and you ran out of bounds with it, and now you're whining. Fans are loud on Paramount. Just sell things. Everybody but the Macron stand. They were all sitting on their hands when I saw the throw-in on that side. Here's a chance. No, we give the ball away in midfield. Oh, no, O'Connor comes all the way up, stops Mansfield from advancing. It was a pretty good pass to Lee, who just presumes no one's passing to him and lets Mansfield take it. I don't know what that was about. Ball thrown in by Wrexham, back to Scar. All the way back to Okonkwo, back to Scar. Padding their passing stats, I guess. Long ball to Palmer does another good job at knocking it down, but nothing happens. Scar over to Max. We're still passing it around the back here. Scar's thinking about it. Chips it up the right side. They're playing really close on Barnett, not letting them get to the ball, which is probably smart by them. Yeah, I haven't watched enough of the championship to know whether or not the top teams, other than Birmingham, could fare decently or be able to stay up. Cannon with a takeaway over to Barney. Barney sprinting down the right side. Mullen in the middle. Chips perfect right on him. Oh, wow. McLean with the ball tries to put a spin on it. Wow, that was impressive play. Barney running at full speed puts it right on Mullen, who was backing up to create some space. He tries to kind of scissor kick it. He made it look like it was harder than it was, I think. The service was so perfect from Barney. Unbelievable. Really, I mean, Palmer also had time. He could have probably settled it. His defender, he had quite a lot of space. I don't know. I mean, what do I know? It's a great chance. Dobson going down the middle. No chance he shoots, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, he did shoot. It was out of wide by 10 feet or so. He has to do that so people respect him, but he is not dangerous with that ball. Yeah, Lee's upset. Lee's screaming. I would be too. Lee was open on the far left there. Well, we're making things happen. Mansfield just doesn't seem into it. I mean, we've got some energy and they don't at the moment. So hopefully we can make something happen. Hey, Denise, nice to see you. We get, what? 8:46 East Coast time right now. So still don't expect too many West Coasters to be jumping in yet. Mansfield doing their thing, flopping on the ground. Good breakaway here. Palmer with the ball. 1-on-4. Yeah, that wasn't going to end well. Flint with the ball, kicks it out. Mansfield on the comeback. O'Connor stops that momentarily. Unable to get the ball, though. Mansfield brings it back out. Wrexham in good form, though we're really packing it in. I'd like to see us extend with a little bit of pressure here. Palmer comes back. Good steal by Dobson. Slices it over to Lee. Now Lee can't cry that Dobson didn't get him the ball. He's running down the middle. Too many players. Has to kick it out wide to where McLean is. That was a good lead ahead. McLean's going to slice it in from the left side. Unfortunately, didn't have time to get anybody really too close to it. Mullen and Palmer did make a run, but he had to play it too close to the keeper. Keeper was able to grab it. Mansfield now with the ball. Knocking it around at midfield. Back around the back of their defense. Swinging it over to the far right side for Mansfield. Hello, Dave. Yeah, you're going to need several more coffees if it's 5:50 in the morning. Back and forth. Scar puts it out of bounds over into the logger stand, and we have substitutions coming in for Mansfield. Baca heading out, who has only been productive at whining and rolling around on the ground, so that's probably a good move by Mansfield. Mansfield with the ball. Our defense needs to get back in form. Sliced in. Pretty good defense there. Try to get it out to Mullen. Can't handle Flint, who easily controls him and the ball. Like I said, you can't put it on Mullen if Flint's going to be bodying him. You got to put it out into space and let Mullen go run it down. Ball being brought up on the left side by Mansfield. Max comes up, takes care of it, knocks it out, though. I think he played it off of a Mansfield leg, so Wrexham throwing. Hello, David. No, he hasn't been all that productive, no. I mean, I wouldn't say bad from the point that he's just not making an impact. Dobson has made a couple of bad mistakes early, but it's really locked in, and he's the one that's kind of making a lot of things happen now, stealing the ball, getting good lead out passes, giving us some chances in this second half here. But early on in the first half, bunch of mistakes. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Put it in the chat. Am I being too harsh on Lee? I guess the way he played in League Two and as productive as he was in the first half of the season when Mullen was out, you see all that he can do. And then when he's not impacting the game here so far this year, I have a tendency to be harsh on him. Earlier in the season, I felt he was, they were dispossessing him of the ball way too easy. He'd get a little bump and they'd be able to take it. And he was making bad passes. He's had less of that in the last few games that he's been playing. But again, he's not standing out. He doesn't seem to be making anything happen. Other than today, most of the time he doesn't seem to turn and look to blast a goal in. He's just doing what Dobson does, which is here's someone else, please take this. And I think we need more from him. Cannon now on the far right wing tries to chip it across to Mullen, gets it to him. Mullen has time and space. He has 4 defenders. Out to Lee. Lee blasts it, and it's a little high. Definitely what I've been looking for out of Lee. He's coming up, not wasting any time. Mullen did good not to force it against what was 1-on-4, 1-on-5. There's Shaun. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Barney with a nice chip all the way across wide to Mullen. He does a great job to keep that in. Barney's pass on that was a little too deep for Mullen at that point. He would have had to head it directly in, and wasn't likely. You got Magnum PI pushing it, making a mistake. Barney is able to clip it and pass it back to Okonkwo, who knocks it long and over Mullen's head. Down the right side, back to the keeper. I don't know. Yeah, we did pretty good. Not too many West Coasters in the mix, and we were able to get a goal in 5 minutes into the game. So just been cruising since then. Boy, that was a strong tackle. I guess it was all balls right in front of the referee, so he would know. Cannon got to be careful with that weak slide tackle there on his 5 yellows. Here's a cross in. Well defended by McLean, bodying his man, and Scar cleans it up, knocks it back out, but Mansfield with the ball. Burton ahead 2-0, thanks W&G over Shrewsbury. Dobson active again, intercepting the ball. Ball's back to the keeper. Mullen all of a sudden has a little burst of energy trying to make some pressure. Ball's coming down the right side. Mansfield holding it up a little bit back into the middle. Got to get some pressure on him. Awful, horrendous pass trying to lead another player. That's the substituted player for Mansfield came in. Tried to swing it around to the left side and ended up putting it out of bounds. Goal kick for Okonkwo. We're at the 62-30 mark. 1-0 Wrexham here. 8 shots to 8 shots. 1 on target for Wrexham, 2 for Mansfield. We've had 11 touches in the box. They've had 15. And Mullen just decides to take a nap, trying to draw a call. That didn't work. Rough tackle by O'Connor. Gets away with it, which is nice. He's been doing a lot of stuff right on the edge today. Playing really well, though. Dobson gives it away to Magnum PI, who's rushing down. Puts it ahead. McLean comes in, cleans out a guy. Oh, no, pass on the far left side behind the defense. Off the post. Woo! Mansfield still with the ball on the edge of the box. Off Lee's face. We got a chip in on the left. That's going to get caught by Okonkwo. Little chippiness. Mansfield player upset, trying to take some liberties down low. Put it right off the crossbar. Definitely got lucky there. From that distance, yeah, it looked like, that might have been deflected off of Dobson. That might have been all the difference. I'd love to see that back on replay, or if anyone else saw it. It looks like Dobson turned away, and it might have gone up his back or his shoulder. And I would say if it did glance it, that's the difference in it staying going above the post and not under the post there, the crossbar. Mansfield pushing again. Our defense doesn't look great at the moment. Max tries to stop it. Good defense. Get in. Oh. Max with a soft defense gets a little too tight, knocks it back to the offensive player, gets around them. Okonkwo really stretched himself out there. He wants a break. Asking for some assistance. It was a great diving save. And then Barney came in to play great defense on the stash there, who had a sitter. I don't know how he misses that. I don't know how Barney bothered him enough, but he did. And we got lucky again. If the score was Mansfield 3 or 4, Wrexham, 1, I wouldn't say that they got lucky. They had all those opportunities early that they blew, and they had a couple of opportunities there that they could have easily scored on. Yeah, no, Barney did get to that first, and then he got cleaned out. So that's great defense by Barney, who doesn't really get credited for the defense. He's made several really good defensive plays today. Not to mention scoring a goal and putting that brilliant cross in at full speed. Crosses in for Mansfield. Whistle's blown. I don't know if he sent it in too early. Yeah. Everyone's playing a little grabby, and referee's telling Max to play nice. McLean's hugging his friends in the box. They're looking to body Okonkwo, I think. They're going to put it right on net. Flint was climbing players. I mean, come on, you're not going to get that. What are you complaining about there? That's ridiculous. Looks like we have Rathbone coming in and a Mansfield sub as well. I don't know. How dinged up, Giselle, do you think Okonkwo is? Is he okay? Oh, they took Cannon out. It's kind of interesting. Oh, I guess that's who Rathbone does typically sub for. So maybe that does make sense. But I mean, when I see Rathbone come in, I'm not thinking we're trying to go for goals, right? So I'd hate for us to kind of downshift and for the next, 22 minutes. I could see you subbing Mullen out. Unless Palmer tells you he's gassed, I think you got to go a little longer with him. He's looking pretty good. Ball's out on the right side. Mansfield's chipping it across back to the left. Max heads it away easily. Mansfield still with the ball, plays it out far right. Good defense by Tom O'Connor. Bodies his guy, gets the ball back, plays it to Palmer. Palmer back to O'Connor. Tries to get it to Mullen. Again, Flint is just wearing Mullen out. Mullen's limping around back there. Pull him now, please. He really has zero production when he's one-on-one with Flint, and they keep playing it right at him. And you might as well be handing the ball over to them. Flint just dispatches of Mullen easily and controls the ball. Mullen putting a little pressure on. Ball's back to the keeper. Mansfield bringing it up the right side. Yeah, David, I don't feel like we need to dominate this game. We need to win this game. I'm okay with winning ugly against good teams. I mean, I'd rather us be on good form. I thought overall our form's been pretty good, minus maybe the first 15 minutes, and we ended up scoring in that 15 minutes, but a bunch of defensive mistakes. Other than those, overall, I'm fairly happy. Most of the guys are playing hard. Decent energy. Mullen, Rathbone with the steal, gets it to Mullen. Mullen on the far right. Rathbone running down the middle. Mullen doesn't get it to him. Swings it around over to Palmer. Great service with his left foot to Palmer, who then heads it. The only place that you can really put it to Palmer is up high where he can head it. He puts it right on him. Palmer, from that distance, tried to put a good move on it, but just not strong enough to really be a threat, and it misses wide right. Mansfield on the counter. Mansfield bringing it back around. 71st minute. Mansfield pushing up the right side. Now back. Wrexham's defense is in place. They haven't been at all productive with this Mansfield when Wrexham's set. So they don't seem to know what to do here. Every time they try to get it inside, they typically lose it, and they did again. Now, good defense by, that might have been Scar or Max, not sure who it was. Then Dobson out to Lee to Mullen. Mullen wide open on the right, has room to blast it, and blasts it left of the goal. He's saying it went off the keeper or someone's arm or leg. He thinks it's a corner. I don't know. Let's see this replay here. It looks like he just misses. I don't know. Did Flint slide and get a piece of that? It looked like he just missed what should have been a goal. You tell me, should that have been a goal? Should you be expected? You have the ball on your right foot. No one's on you. Your angle's not that severe. Shouldn't that be? McLean with the great defense. Rathbone and Dobson get the ball. Lee's bringing it up the middle. Palmer's in front of him, gets the ball out to Rathbone. Awful shitty pass. Rathbone has to circle back around and kills our momentum. Come on, Lee. Barnett was streaking down the right side. A clever pass would have been out to him. Lee now with the ball in the middle, passes it to Palmer, who stands this guy up, tries to get it to Mullen. He gets double teamed. What? Get Mansfield on some foolish nonsense. Flint saying someone kicked his toe. Give me a break. Yeah, here we go. Varson coming into the game. I haven't seen who he's coming in for. It's Mullen. Good. Good. Don't know how he missed that sitter. I don't think he's being pulled for that. I think they were going to be bringing in Varson, sorry, right about now anyway. But Palmer's just playing too well to take out. About 15 minutes left in the game. I think Mansfield stalling. Player wants water or some assistance for Mansfield. Keeper, after a long delay, finally drills it forward. Oh my goodness. A lot of kicking of the legs there. No calls. O'Connor drills it wide down the right. It goes out of play, trying to get it to the recent sub for Wrexham. Mansfield with the throw in. Out to midfield. O'Connor with the header. Ball's being knocked around. Oh, sorry, that was Maxwell initially with the header and then O'Connor. Back forth. No one's being productive at the moment. Rathbone steals it, then gives it away. Handball, they don't call. Max is all over his guy. Guy dribbles it out. And it's goal kick. Great defense by Max. Never really in danger on the far wing out there. Very mumblings. If I had control over the chat and I was going for comment of the match, I think I'd be going with very us mumblings. Shoot here with the picture of the goal, because apparently there seems to be some confusion about where you're supposed to be placing the ball. Very good. Mansfield with the ball. They just hoof it in, give it away. Dobson with another interception. Lee, I don't know what the heck that was. Dobson gives him the ball, and he pays no attention and loses it. So now Mansfield has the ball again. On the right side, they have some room. They're going to swing it back around. Varson tries to put some pressure on. He's asking for more people to come up. Rathbone comes running up. Makes a mistake, slides by. A lot of pressure here. Defense is coming up. Palmer with the ball. Chips it, tries to get it over Flint. Unable to do that because Flint is essentially 15 feet tall. Mansfield with the ball out on its right side. Not really playing that urgently. They try to hoof it ahead, and Scar gets back, covers that up. Mansfield player was offside. Not very happy about that, yelling at the female lines person there. Hello, Charles Farrell. Nice to see you here. Surprised you're up this early. Here comes Okonkwo with the ball, drilling it deep, keeping it in play this time. Fight for the ball. Wrexham should have it here. McLean with it. Good pass to Lee. Let's see what Lee does with it on the far right side. He's trying to cut it back into the middle. Gets it to Dobson. Dobson should get it right there to Bavarson. Goes down. Pretty good defense. Tough physical play. Wrexham ends up turning it back over to the keeper. Hey, Stephen, how you? Shaun woke up. I wonder if he fell back asleep. I thought he was going to hop on. Thought you were going to get the cherry good Canadian service, but no. G-Zone, haven't seen you since the beginning of the chat. Hopefully you're bringing back some luck for us. Yeah, we got to get everyone all pumped up, get some Wrexham cheer going. Let's get another goal in. Put this thing away. Oh, no surprise. Mansfield spending time on the ground, roaming around, trying to draw calls. Here's a cross in. Barney, great defense. Ball gets knocked out. Boy, he's playing really well today. I don't know how much the defense when you're wing back like that. I don't know how they score it differently or what. But he's playing really good on that side. Mansfield with the ball, great cross, great defense by Max. Holy. McLean had guys crisscrossing all around him, did what he could. Guy came free. Max got all the way back to cover it. Really, that should have been Scar. I don't know where he was on that play. Max just so calmly stepped in, intercepted the cross, and knocked it out of play. Very scary moment there. Hey, Janine. Yeah, WG. Hey, RKO. Nice to see you. They made it for the last 10 minutes. I hope you're bringing the luck for us, RKO. Oh, it was onside? Okay. Shaun bringing the knowledge. I don't have the sound, so I appreciate you guys correcting me in chat. There goes Lee out of the game. Here comes Mendy in. So what are they doing? Mendy out to the left. And oh, wow, his hand's really bandaged up. Are they moving McLean inside and Mendy out on the left side? Not sure. 8.2 now. Thanks, Dave. Good defense again by Dobson. He's been just so spot on after that first 15 minutes. Yeah, what does it look like? Where is Mendy? Is he on the far? Yeah, so it looks like McLean has moved inside. To be fair, Lee typically plays the same side of the field as McLean does, and instead of Lee plays wide left in his midfielder role. So McLean shifting inside. He's not even shifting in that much, maybe 10 yards more inside from where he plays, and Mendy's playing the far outside wingback position. Dobson with the ball, slices it over to McLean. McLean with it, cuts it across, trying to hit Palmer. They defend that well. Rathbone steals the ball. Ball's back to Dobson right now. He heads it back to Scar. Scar over to McLean. McLean to Mendy. Mendy bringing it into the middle. Hits Dobson. He's thinking about going right. It's always a good idea. Max is way up now. They bring it over to Max. Max going to slice it in. No, he gives it to Barnett, the man. Awesome cross as usual. Right on the box. Oh, header. Oh! Palmer tried to clean it up. Mendy in there. Bavarsson in there. Unbelievable. They quickly get him the ball. He quickly transitions. Perfect cross. Nice looping. Right on, guys. Mendy throws himself into the mix, giving Palmer a great opportunity. And Palmer almost makes the header and then hits it with his left foot, tries to blast it in and hits it high. Player was down. He had to get the ball up. I guess it wasn't that bad of a shot from there. You'd like to see him knock that home. But off foot, trying to make a quick shot, trying to get it over the defender who's sliding to take it out. Really good. Yeah. So Shaun thinking, yeah, how did he miss? Yeah. And typically I would not be giving Palmer any grace, but he's been playing so good today. I really didn't want to be negative about it. Rathbone down again. I think they might get a flag on card on this one. Yeah, he's trying. Oh wow, it's an elbow to the face. Yeah, right in front of the referee. He's real. How he didn't get a card is amazing. If that was right in front of the referee, elbows high. I mean, to be fair, Rathbone's like what 3.5 feet tall, so you don't have to lift your arms too high to hit him in the face. But I think that's the last subbing window for Mansfield, and they switch out, I think, 3 players. I missed some of that. Wrexham looking pretty sharp since Shaun joined and RKO. You guys bringing all the good luck. Hey, Sergio, I didn't see you there. John Lane, how are you? Yeah, Denise, I agree with you. I think that should have been a card. Physical play. Max stands him up. Rathbone gets back. They steal the ball. Barney to Max. Max knocks it ahead. Unable to get the play because of physicalness of Flint. Now Flint's been injured. This might be his first game back in a while. I was hoping he was going to be rusty, but that apparently is not the case. He's doing what he does, which is just be a top-notch defender back there in the center for Mansfield. Man of the match. Yeah, guys, throw some man of the match options in. I mean, truthfully, I don't know how you can do anybody other than Barnett today, but Palmer, I think, probably goes up there. Dobson played a hell of a great game. Conquo had a couple of nice saves, but yeah, Palmer, Barnett. Max was really solid. Scar was really solid back there. O'Connor was good. Mansfield with the ball. They swing it wide right, wide open, and he blows it with his left foot. He skies it out of bounds like he's never played football before. Missed opportunity there for Mansfield. Shaun getting his only break of the day, probably. Those of you who don't know, Shaun's in the middle of a home move, and he's unable to get on and run the show today. So you got the B team. Mansfield trying to make something happen. O'Connor knocks it out. I guess the 87th minute, you're just trying to kill some clock, so why not knock it out? Mansfield's pushing here, ball thrown in. They're on the far left side. They slice it across. Tremendous opportunity. Not the best defense by Mendy. Way too clean of a header. I don't know how you make that connection from that distance and not be playing. Mendy was quite a ways off. I don't know who was he's pointing around. Who were you thinking's covering that? You're the only guy who could be covering that. No one else sees that guy coming. He runs right across your face. You let him get into a perfect spot for a header, and you're well behind the play. Mansfield with the throwing around midfield. Ball cleared out. A lot of flopping. Nothing happening. Good pressure here. Oh, Flint runs Bovarson off just enough for the keeper to come out and collect the ball. Mansfield on the counter here. Pushing forward, balls around midfield. They don't have much going. Got most everything covered, although they have a lot of men forward. They have 4 forwards up in the box where they're just waiting for a cross. Ball's knocked in, cleared out by Max. Palmer gets it, tries to get it over to McLean. He was, wow. I looked away. I didn't think that was a foul. I don't know. Maybe that was just the referee going, Palmer, you've worked your ass off today, so I'm going to give you a freebie. Wrexham with the ball now. Yeah, John, I agree with you. I don't like that park the bus. Mansfield hasn't demonstrated that they're all that dangerous on a quick counter. So I would rather we be trying to some sort of yellow. Someone want to tell me who that was on? Did we get it for stalling or Mansfield player complaining? Sorry, yellow card go up. Yeah. So I was right, Shaun. He just went down super soft on that play. McLean comes flying back, keeps the ball in, and Palmer still working his ass off. When's the last time you've seen Palmer running around the field this late in the game that he started? Very productive, high energy, all game. Would have loved to have given him the man of the match, except Barney. I mean, we would be nowhere without Barney, and our best chances were largely. It was, sorry about that cough in the mic. It was Palmer who hit the ball to Barney, and then Barney who ends up scoring. So it was their combo, but that was a late takeout of Rathbone. Rathbone has been taken out, to be fair, like 4 times. Pretty good today. And he didn't even start the game. Yeah, Rathbone with a little Superman action there. Yellows are piling up. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, David, and I'm glad you're here and you're active in the chat. Love to see that. Really helps the interaction. I have all the sound off, and I have to just so that I don't mess up the audio for you guys. Bovarson here with the ball. Nice takeaway. Gets it out wide to Palmer. Palmer just trying to waste some time here. Flops on the ground. Just trying to hold it up. Just wasting time. I thought he knocked it off a Mansfield player. He didn't. Balls are throwing deep in Mansfield's end. Palmer wants everyone to push forward to try to keep pressure, keep the ball in that end. I think that's a good idea. Everyone starts to retreat. McLean ends up heading it out. Throw in again, goes back to Flint. You're the man, David. Thank you for the donation. Burton up 2-0 on Shrewsbury full time. Flint with the ball, swinging it around to the right side. McLean coming up, hustling his butt off. Mendy helping him. Yeah, I think that was Wrexham. Good pressure with McLean and Mendy. Causes him to knock it out. O'Connor with the throw-in, taking his time. We're at the 93rd minute here. 5 minutes of extra. So looking at another 2 minutes. O'Connor throwing it in. Trying to get it to Palmer. Had 2 guys on him. Could not get a head on it. Max comes all the way up, heads it. Bovarson with the ball. Puts it ahead to Palmer. Wants to go play with it in the corner. He's got multiple guys on him. Still Wrexham's ball. Just trying to kill time. Not the worst idea, not my favorite thing to do, but smart thing to do. Minute and a half left in the game. Mendy looking to throw it in. Ovarson, 2 guys on him. Mendy to McLean. McLean just chips it into the corner. Looking to kill clock. Maybe a little too far. I don't know he needed to do that. This may be Mansfield's last chance. They knock it up deep down the middle. Good play by Rathbone to steal it. Dobson has it. Hits it to Palmer. Palmer over to Bavasin. There goes Rathbone streaking down into the right corner. He's just going to go try to kill clock, I think. He is. Taking it right over to the corner flag. Trying to hold everyone up. He's doing a great job. That little guy tried to knock it off of a Mansfield player. Cheeky play. Did not work. Good effort, though. Goal kick here. This most likely will be the last opportunity. Less than 30 seconds. Max comes flying up. Drills it back to the keeper. Keeper's bringing it out again. Boots it long, 15 seconds thereabouts. McLean's pushed out of the way. They call it. By the time that gets kicked in, the game should be blown dead. Crowd's going crazy. Taking their time when they get this in. We're past extra time. So as soon as he kicks this in, that should do it. Yeah, David, Rathbone, this is maybe the best I've seen Rathbone. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. For me, this has been Rathbone's best game. But again, I would also say this was probably Palmer's best game of the year, minus the fact that he scored. But his hit ahead too. There it is. There's the final. 1-0 Wrexham. Good, solid win. We needed that going into Stockport. Needed to get back on the winning track after a couple of draws. Kai Rask going crazy. Thanks for joining, Swoosh Kid. Yeah, just a great, hey, Sergio, great effort by just about everybody today, right? A little worried about Conco's hand, but he'll probably get the day off on Tuesday anyway. So it doesn't look like it's anything serious. Hopefully it isn't. Transition to the table for now. Let's see what we got here. I will go into the statistics for the match. Possession, 61% for Mansfield. Expected goals for Wrexham was 0.95. Expected goals for Mansfield, 1.04. We had 12 total shots. They had 15. We had 2 big chances. They had 3. We had Scar and Palmer with yellow cards. They had Bacchus and Cargill with yellows. When you go down, 8.2, they gave Barney. A lot of green, a lot of high sevens, low sevens for Wrexham players. McLean with a 7-1. Okonkwo with a 7-1, Scar with a 7-1, Cleworth a 7-2, Dobson 7-0, Cannon 7-1, Palmer 7-2. They had several good players on their side. Cargo with a 7-6, surprisingly. Yeah, 2 of their defenders. How did Flint not have a higher rating? Guess it's how they scored, but I thought he played excellent. Really just absolutely shut down Mullen. Killed a lot of our offensive chances. Gregory and Evans up front played well for them. Their midfield was man. Their wing backs did nothing. And of course, that was the substituted goalie. Don't really know what happened with that other goalie. We didn't see anyone bang into him. We didn't see a replay of it. Appeared to have a rib cage injury. The goal was already scored, so I don't. The goalie substitution did not seem to make a difference in the game. Thanks, David. Yeah, so let me see. Do I want to look at any other stats? I'll just quickly hop to the rest of the stats, see if there's anything that jumps out. Again, it's almost all Mansfield, at least offensively. They got all the shots, all the expected goals, all the passing, the possession. Since we were on defense, we own most of the defensive stuff: tackles, interceptions, blocks, clearances, keeper saves. Ground duels won, but aerial duels won is them. Duels in general is them. Yeah, they're going to be upset that they didn't get a draw or a win. I think if I was Mansfield, they do a little too much of the acting and time on the ground trying to draw weak fouls. They stayed up. They might have had some better chances. The ref might have respected some of the other fouls, but they didn't. So we took advantage of that. How you doing there, Aaron? All right, let me see. What else do we have for the table here? That gets us to 28 points, 8 wins, one behind Birmingham and Wycombe Wanderers. So even though it's one win, it's only 1 point. We get the same goal difference as Birmingham. Birmingham's playing Northampton, so you'd expect that that's going to be a win. Wycombe's got Wigan. Wigan, I don't know. They're in 19th, so they obviously haven't been playing that great. Occasionally, they seem to be okay, but the way Wycombe's playing could easily be a blowout. Wrexham's next game against Stockport, obviously away. That's going to be really interesting. And like I said, these 5 games, we're off to a good start. We got the first win. But again, we have Exeter and Lincoln, Stockport, and Barnsley. We really have to take care of business in the next 4 league games. Tuesday's game against Port Vale, not all that important. I mean, it would set us up for a home field advantage coming out of our bracket. We've already won the other 2, but we really don't need it. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Giselle. What else are we looking at? Big games for today. I don't know. Peterborough, Cambridge isn't. Leighton, Blackpool isn't. Exeter, Charlton, I don't know. I wouldn't call it a big game, but maybe they both draw. That wouldn't be bad. Stevenage, Reading. Again, I thought those teams might be further up, doing a better job than they are. Reading's not that bad at the moment, so maybe I want Reading to lose to Stevenage. Stevenage only seems to want to take out all the big teams. So maybe Reading being in the top 10 at the moment means Stevenage will be playing hard today. Stockport, Bolton should be good. If there's a way for both teams to lose, I wish they'd do that there. I guess that's the game I would focus on. Draw, maybe Bolton. I wouldn't mind Stockport getting a win this week, so they're not pushing us hard for Wrexham next week, although Stockport seems to hate Wrexham more than Wrexham cares about Stockport. So I think they're going to be up for the game either way. But wouldn't mind Bolton, who's closer to us in the standings, taking a loss. Oh, Marcus, nice to see you. Those of you that don't know, the Red Horde chats is Shaun, who joined us late. Yeah, so we're looking back. I will definitely be back. I don't know if Shaun is going to be able to with his schedule. Be here for Port Vale on Tuesday. I should be able to. Well, I already took the time off, so I'll be here to run it if Shaun's not able to be here. Thanks, Patrick. I appreciate everyone being here today. It was it's definitely a good time. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And yeah, if there's nothing else in the chat, I'm probably going to wrap it up. Just couldn't find the net. Yeah, Marcus, it was one of those things. We probably should have had more goals than we did, right? Thanks again, W&G. We didn't put you through the paces today. We only had a couple of games going, but appreciate you giving us the updates on those. Yeah, crossbar's the difference. Hey, I didn't see anyone jump in on the chat. I'm trying to watch it right here. See if it goes off. And no, it was the crossbar. I don't think it hits a Wrexham player. It had to get over Dobson's feet and then Scar's back. It definitely didn't hit Scar. It might have. I don't know if Dobson got a leg on it at all, but that we just missed with that crossbar. That would have been depressing if we had lost today. And I think we kind of got away with one, but we had great effort the whole time, so we kind of earned it. Thanks, Aaron. Bye, Denise. See you later. Yes, man of the match is Barney. I'm calling it now. We could vote on it, but I think we know what it is, right? Barney was the man. So I'm going to sign off. I'll see you guys Tuesday. Thanks, Red Horde. You guys were great. And let's go Wrexham.